Welcome everybody, back at you again with B to Z Mods. We're going to be replacing our radiator today. We took it to this place called Parker Automotive in Tucson, Arizona for a timing belt change. When they reassembled the vehicle, they put these clamps on the radiator hose and over torqued them. The radiator inlet pipe broke off inside the pipe. So we're just gonna go ahead and do a radiator change. All right, the tools that we use for this job, metric set, size is 10 millimeter all the way up to 14 millimeter. I have a quarter drive ratchet set, 10 millimeter all the way up to 14 millimeter sockets with that. Metric ratcheting wrench set, 10 millimeter all the way up to 14 millimeter sizes. And let's not forget this, savior of the day, the brushless Ratchet by Milwaukee. First thing we're gonna do is take off our skid plate and the bolt sizes. It's like 6 bolts and they are 12 millimeters. All right, so our bolt locations are here. 1, 2. You got 2 up in these holes right here. So you're gonna need an extension. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, now that we have all our bolts out, you got some hooks in the front, on the front side of the skid plate. Kind of wanna, or push those hooks back. Once you get the front hook, 2 hooks off, then you gotta get this clip off in the back. We're gonna go ahead and drain it. Still got a little bit in there. Damn. Lower radiator hose clamp. So now we're going to take off our 3 bolts for the thermostat housing, because we're going to change out our thermostat on this job. These bolts are 12 millimeters, there's 3 of them on your thermostat housing. Okay, so we got our new thermostat right here, part number 4078. And we got our O-ring here, fitted nice around. Your O-ring's not gonna come on it. There's a little groove down in there. You wanna make sure the edge of your thermostat fits down in that little groove like so. Make sure, take your fingers, press it around it like this, like cookie dough. Make sure the lip is even on each side, front and back. This side here goes towards the engine. We're gonna install it like this. So here we go. Be sure to take a picture of your thermostat housing and the lower hose if you're gonna replace it. You need to put the new one on by the same orientation as this one. And now we're gonna take it apart. Since we're putting in a new radiator, put a new thermostat in, and we're putting new upper and lower radiator hoses on. We also went to Toyota and we picked up some new hose clamps. So they are available. They're not available at auto parts or any auto parts store, but they are available at the dealer. They are the best because they flex as your engine components heat up, they expand. As they cool down, they shrink. And these right here expand and shrink with your engine components. These, they do not expand and shrink. They tighten down and you might over torque some stuff. Get this issue right here where you're damaging your brand new radiator hose like Parker Automotive. They tightened it down too much, which caused the radiator outlet or inlet to break off in there. We got our new hose. You're gonna have to cut the new hose to be somewhat similar to the old hose. They don't perfectly match up. As you can see, the new pipe has an angle down there, and I'm gonna cut that to be straight. I got a pair of Kevlar cutting scissors. Best thing to be cutting with. This is what we use on aircraft to cut Kevlar. So like I said, not gonna be perfect. They sell the same part number for the upper and lower at the auto parts store. As you can see, we asked for the upper and lower and they gave us the same part number because that's just how they do it. Okay, we got our bottom cut. Yeah, as you can see, it's not perfect, but we're gonna cut it here. Use some tape to mark your cutting spot like this. Alright, since I got most of that done with that, I'm gonna take my Kevlar shears and finish it up and make it look pretty. Okay, now we are disconnecting our transmission lines from the radiator here and right here. Okay, here's our second transmission line. These hoses, when you take them off, they're gonna just continually to leak. What I like to use is a 3/8 drive extension. Put that sucker in there and you're good. No leaks. So here we are on the passenger side of the radiator. We're gonna take off our shroud first. This is the fan shroud. It's held on by 4 10mm bolts. I already got the first one loose. Gonna use my brushless Milwaukee ratchet to take these off. All right, you're on our driver's side. 10mm bolt at the bottom and 10mm bolt here at the top. Okay, we're gonna take off our radiator cap. We have a brand new cap. I suggest go get a brand new cap. And we're gonna take off the overflow hose with some duckbill pliers. Bada boom. The radiator is held on by, or 4 brackets, shall I say. 2 bracket bolts on the front side, the 2 golden ones. I think they're 13mm. One up top, one at the bottom. You're gonna need to loosen those to loosen your bracket, your radiator bracket. You need your radiator bracket loose to pull your radiator out and to put the new radiator back in. So here's your bottom bracket bolt right here. All right, don't take this all the way out. Just loosen it enough for the radiator to move like that. Once you get it loose like that, you can go up top if you're just with one person and you can pull the radiator out like that. I've done 3 of these so far, and I can't get around taking off the driver's side radiator bracket. All right, we got our driver's side bracket completely off the vehicle. Here's the driver's side bracket, okay? It mounts like this. It has a hook up here. So when you get these 2 bracket bolts out on the front side through the grill, you lift up on the bracket, take it off. Once you take the bracket off, set it to the side, and get a little tug on your radiator, it'll come right out. Brand spanking new.
Thanks for watching, everyone. On our next video, we'll be installing our new radiator, so stay tuned.